Hello and welcome back to AFTV. We are here for the starting 11 show ahead of Arsenal versus Brighton in the last 16 of the Carabao Cup. If we get through this, we'll be in a quarter-final. Look, this is a big game in my quarter-final.
16 minus 8, Rob makes.
Look, we've got a big game coming up, a knockout game. There's a lot on it, obviously. I've got a great panel from my left to right. I've got Marty in the building, I've got Robbie in the building, and I've got Lee Judges in the building. How is everyone? Looking forward to this, Marty?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, look, we're looking forward to watching Arsenal play most games this season, albeit this is probably going to be a slightly different selection, but really looking forward to seeing how this B-side or this squad depth that we've got can perform tonight. I think that's going to be really interesting to see a changed, I would imagine, changed back four and goalkeeper, midfield and probably front line, bar a few players, and to see how they perform and see whether they can get us through this this round of the cup competition. Yeah,
for sure. Look, Rob, this is a trophy we haven't won since 1993. I've never seen us win this. I was at the final against City when we got battered 3-0. It's one that I want to win and one I want to take seriously. I think, having a final win, is it end of February, early March? I mean, the confidence that will build to get your hands on silverware that early in the season to then go on and hopefully win a Premier League. This is an important trophy that I think all Arsenal fans are united that we haven't got bigger fish to fry anymore. We want to win this. We want the small fish. And it's not really a small fish. You can only win 4. This is one of them. I think we should take it seriously.
I think you're right. I think we can't turn our nose up at the moment because we haven't won a trophy for ages. So just get that narrative out the way, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't won a trophy. When's the last time you won a trophy? You know what I mean? Even just to get that narrative out the way would be really good, So I want to see us, continue. And it's not just that as well. It's continuing on the good form, continuing on that good feeling, that winning feeling. Because we've got a tough game at the weekend, and then we've got another followed up with a couple of other tough games. So keep that winning feeling going. And there's no point in talking about squad depth, and then when you use the squad depth, they lose. You know what I mean? So, it's going to be a really interesting game.
No, for sure. Weirdly, when we used to watch Arsene Wenger in this cup, you'd see a team and you wouldn't know some of the players. There'd be academy players you never seen them play before, or you wouldn't necessarily think they can come in and do a job. Obviously, Brighton are a Premier League opposition. But Lee, I see a team, or I think we're going to see a team today, or any team we can put out with this squad is going to be a strong team. Ben White at right back comes in probably. Mosquera, Hincapié might come in, Miles Lewis-Skelly. You could start that defence in the Premier League and probably still finish, top 10, top 8. There's still top quality players in there.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I think, it is a trophy that we've got to go for and try and win. I don't think we're in a position where we can say, we can throw this one away and all that. Let's get this right. We was all brainwashed under Arsene Wenger about the League Cup. You know what I mean? Like, brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like, by saying it don't really matter and things like that. And to his credit, even when he got to the cup finals, when we played Chelsea in that cup final, he played all the kids again,
and we ended up getting them because they were the ones that got them there.
Yeah, so we've been sort of brainwashed over the years, and I said this, in the previews and all that. I had some of the greatest days of following Arsenal were in the League Cup. Spurs away in the semi-final back in '87, the Charlie Nicholas Cup final, and had some bad moments as well, losing to Luton the following season. Your team, Rob, you know what I mean? So.
I knew that was coming.
You know what I mean? I remember seeing you there, with your yellow, your golden shirt on and all that. But
we're orange, by the way.
Orange, is it orange? I didn't follow Luton. You know what I mean? So, but Brian Steen and who's the other Steen? The other Steen, both Steen brothers, I think. But
Mark Steen.
Was it Mark Steen?
Mark Steen.
I think it was So, yeah. Listen, I want to win. I think at the end of the day, winning breeds winning. You know what I mean? Like that. So I think it's a big game. But I get it that Mikel today has got to change the squad. I get that. But hopefully, that can still get us through. And I say it now. Me and Laurie were talking about this the other day as well. We come out of West Ham a couple of years ago, and I said to them, and we all said that this is the last time I say, it don't really matter, I accept it, I understand the reasons we've gone out and all that, got a good enough squad to go deep in this competition.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want me to give you an exclusive, yeah?
Go on.
Brighton are resting a lot of players tonight. They've rested a lot of
Look at
players.
you with the information coming through.
Got
Inside
a man in the
scoop.
know, isn't
He
he?
is, yeah.
Well, the team will be out in about 9 minutes.
Gets no hospitality down there, but you know,
I ain't
Any
getting no
other
hospitality, but
information?
just that Brighton have rested a lot
They're
of
going to
players.
rest a lot of players.
And also could possibly be playing a back five, which is something they don't normally play. But the little birdie that I've been hearing, this they've rested a lot of players.
They're going to play.
I don't think Welbeck's going to start. I don't think Minter's going to start, which is two of their top players. There's no Matoma, he's injured. Dunk ain't starting. So I think you're going to see two teams which have rested a lot of players.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the team that started the Port Vale game, because you can kind of get a gauge from what he started in that game to what's going to start tonight. This is obviously a harder opposition. He started Kepa in goal. I assume we'll see Kepa tonight.
Yeah.
Ben White will started the Port Vale game. Saliba started that game with Mascara. Obviously, Saliba's out. Mascara, we know, will play. Do you think Hincapié will start at centre-back?
yeah, centre half. Yeah.
All right, Hincapié, Lewis Skelly, I think, will start at left-back. The midfield against Port Vale was Norgard, Ethan Nwaneri and Eze. I think Nwaneri and Norgard both start tonight. Mm-hmm. Anyone think Eze will start?
I do, yeah.
I would start Eze.
I think he starts.
I think the confidence he's got from that Palace goal and game, just keep that building.
Train of thought is if Gyökeres needs a rest, then Marino would go up top, wouldn't it? Like, you know? Or the other one is to put Calafiori in at left back and
Miles
Lewis
Skelly in
Skelly
midfield.
in midfield. But
You could do. Who starts on the right? Does anyone start Max Dowman in this game?
yes,
Yeah, I would personally, yeah. I would. I think these games like this where he gets a run out and starts being slightly integrated into the team, definitely. And I think Nwaneri as well needs to be on that pitch. And
Nwaneri's got to start, yeah.
For sure. I got a sneaky feeling Dowman might start. I didn't before, but I saw Arteta's press conference yesterday and he said,
Yeah, he's
they asked
bigging
him
him
about
up,
Dowman,
really.
he said, I'd have to be blind not to give him minutes, and he's a special talent.
Yeah. Because at first I was thinking he'd probably not start and come on. I was thinking he might start Saka. That's what I was thinking in my head, that he might start Saka and then bring Dowman on later on.
could do that.
You know why he might start Saka as well? Because he was ill against Palace, right? And he came off early.
Yeah.
So if he's recovered and he didn't play 90 minutes, maybe he'll be fit enough to start this game. I don't know. I would like to see Dowman personally. Couple of super chats here. Alex Smith says, hello folks, I say 3-0 today. Hope everyone gets here safely despite issues on trains.
Yeah, it's been a
And the
nightmare.
roads have been rough as well.
Everything. It's been a nightmare.
What's up with his trains today?
Don't know. It's a nightmare at the moment out there.
Idris says, we need to start by lifting this. Get the boys used to winning in preparation for lifting the big one in May. I wouldn't mind a Carabao/Premier League double. Mate, I don't think anyone would mind that. If we just won the Carabao Cup, would it be a good enough season? If that's all we lifted this season.
Do you know what? I think with this Carabao Cup thing, right? And everyone sort of says, like you said, it's a kids' trophy and stuff like that. You've only got to look at the previous winners of this competition, i.e. Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea. You know, they're big clubs, which suggests to me that big clubs have gone for this trophy for a reason, and this was at times when those clubs were winning stuff. Okay, so that idea of it's a small trophy, or it's of no importance. It's been of huge importance to these teams. So, you know, I certainly wouldn't be turning my nose up at a trophy like this. Win a trophy early on in February or March, whenever they're playing the final, they move it around as they want to. It's a good bit of silverware, and I think we've won it twice, and it'd be good to get the third one, you know, under our belt.
If we finished the season,
yeah,
and all we had was a Carabao Cup, became second in the Prem, Champions League semi-final, would you be happy with that? Because I wouldn't.
No, I'd be happy with the Carabao Cup, 100%. But look, we all know. No. Before you start shaking your head ahead of me, right? Listen,
Answer the question.
I'm answering the question.
Would you be happy with just the Carabao?
I wouldn't be happy with just the Carabao, no. Just the Carabao. Obviously, the position we're in the Premier League and the team that we've got...
Kia Marty.
Who are? No.
Politician in it, Kia Marty.
We should be winning the Premier League. There's no... We are front runners for it, and we are favourites.
It still ain't answered the question. Is it yes or no?
I did say no, I wouldn't be completely happy, but I'd be happy with winning the Carabao Cup, not just the Carabao Cup. It's a legitimate competition.
No, we all want to win it.
Yeah. Would I rather?
That wouldn't be enough.
Would I rather the Premier League? Yeah, of course I would. I'd rather the Champions League, 100%. But I think then that question that you're asking me then ties into, well, just, getting rid of Mikel Arteta. If he just wins a Carabao Cup, does he get the sack or that? Which I think, at this time of the season, it's wrong to be sort of asking those questions, because I know where that question leads. It's wrong to be asking those questions. Look, would it be a progression on last year? The reality is, yeah, it would, because you didn't win anything last year, and it's a trophy. That's it. Should we be winning? The team that we've got and how we're performing now, we should be winning. I'll be honest with you, we should be doing a double of some sort. That's the truth. When you look at this team, how they're performing in the Champions League and the Premier League, right? It's all about consistency now. As long as Arsenal Football Club keep playing the football that we've been playing, then why? So just tell me. I mean, you said it the other week. At the moment, we're the best team in the world, and I kind of make you right-ish on that.
One of.
You said the best team in the world.
Right, let me address that. I did it yesterday on DR. Right, I was gassed up after that Atletico Madrid game. I made a statement, and then I said there are other teams in Europe that I'm not writing off. PSG. Yeah, obviously they won the Champions League last season. Those words came out of my mouth. They did, all right?
And they're your words.
No, you did say
they're your words.
PSG.
But you know what's funny, right? Because obviously Sky clipped that and put it on their Saturday socials. Two fans that aren't Arsenal fans then put a list of the best teams in the world. Put Arsenal third. It's not far off, is it?
No, mate, you're right. I like the way you pumped your chest out and give it.
Look, I've been having no chest as an Arsenal fan. As I've said before, I'm an Emirates era fan. We've had terrible teams and terrible players. I haven't believed in a team like I believe in the team now. So you have all right to be confident and
to be confident. I still think it's very early in the season to be.
No, it is.
We said 9 games gone in the Premier League. Still a long way to go. I said it the other day, a few weeks ago.
Would you be happy with just the Carabao?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Then is this team good enough to?
I'm just saying. Like,
would you, Lee?
I'm saying
no.
Okay, so then what's the resolution to that, right? If you wouldn't be happy with just the Carabao Cup, let's say we go on and win the Carabao Cup, what's the answer at the end of the season?
Well, we've
got to win the league.
Are they good enough to win a double?
Yes.
I think this
team, yes.
I think it's a very good squad. I think it's a very good squad. I think, if once all the players are back and you've got all those options. Imagine tonight if actually everybody was fit. You know what I mean? Because you'd have the options of playing your Maduekes and people like that as well. You know what I mean? You could be playing Havertz instead of So if all those players get back, if we can get through tonight, and there's a lot of players kind of on the way back, right? And we don't really sustain many other injuries. We're in very good place to go far in this trophy because a lot of teams don't really go really strong in it till you get to the semi-finals.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'd be very well placed to go deep into this competition. So tonight's an important game. We're at home. It's going to be a great atmosphere in there. I know that it's obviously it's half term. My kids are going to the game. I see your kid Marty's going. There'll be a lot of youngsters at the game, which is great for that. Because a lot of youngsters get a chance to come and see Arsenal. 6,000 Brighton fans. It's going to be a good atmosphere in there tonight. You know what I mean? It's going to have that big game feel. And, we just need the rest of the squad now just to show us and turn up and show us what they can do.
Wow.
You got the team?
The team is out.
All right.
Kepa in goal. Ben White, Mosquera, Nkapie, Lewis Skelly.
That's
exactly
what we said.
Mikel Merino, Ethan Nwaneri, and Christian Norgard in midfield.
Okay.
On the right is Max Daumann.
Yes.
From the start.
Eze also starts, and Harriman Anous starts.
Who?
We're not in the Emirates yet, Lee.
Harriman Anous. I'm pretty sure he's a striker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Harriman Anous. I don't think he's ever played for Arsenal before.
No.
So Daumann and Harriman Anous and Eze is the front three. I assume Eze is going to be on the left, Daumann on the right. Harriman Anous through the middle.
That's a surprise, isn't it?
Christian Norgard, Marino and Nwaneri is the midfield. On the bench, David Raya, Gabriel, Saka, Timber, Gyökeres, Trossard, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice. That's just a ridiculous bench and it's crazy.
Yeah, so there's firepower on the bench.
Let's start on Max Daumann. You said you wanted to see him.
Yep.
You also said you wanted to see him.
Yep.
We're seeing him.
We're seeing him, and rightly so. This is the time when you play him, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Gets his first start. So it's a big thing for him, like, and I'm glad that he has. He's going with the theme of half term. You know what I mean? And,
Well, I said that today. I go, he gets a start because it's half term.
ain't got to
If
go
it
to
was
school tomorrow.
if it was school tomorrow, only off the bench. You know what I mean? But it's because it's half term, he gets a chance to start.
Just having a look for the Brighton team.
Harry Mananoose, that's
What's his first name? Harry.
Andre
Harry
Mananoose.
He's 17 years old.
Wow.
Never played a game for Arsenal before.
What a moment for him.
Well, he's
Under
not
21s.
even been on the bench then, has he? I've not seen him.
No, I've never seen him on the bench.
And I've seen him in kind of training photos and stuff. It reminds me of, remember a couple of years ago when Sago Jr., I think it was away at Brentford. No one had heard of him. All of a sudden he started.
Yeah.
And he did all right.
Yeah, he done all
Played
right.
really well. It's
Where's he now?
similar- I think
He went
left
to
this summer, didn't
Shrewsbury, or he went to some team like that, yeah.
Mad,
Harry
isn't it?
Mananoose. Squad number 71, born in 2007.
Wow.
Wow.
What position is he
Scored
playing?
18,
He's a striker. Right?
yeah. Scored 18 goals in 37 games, including a goal in the FA Youth Cup against Fulham and in the Youth League against PSG. Look, what a
moment for him.
chance! What a moment!
What a moment for him, man.
Starting at actually a big, a big knockout game at the Emirates.
Yeah.
Can you put yourself in his shoes? How would you be feeling, Marty? It's crazy.
I mean, you'd be loving it. You'd be loving it, wouldn't you? I mean, if that's what you do, you'd be, I think, nervous, excited, and all of the above, and ready to go. This is, like you said, it's an opportunity. I think as well, it's a huge opportunity for Max Dowman. This is a player that we've seen, a bit of in pre-season, and he has, taken it to some experienced defenders in pre-season, the likes of AC Milan, Newcastle, and caused them some real problems. And this will be a bigger stage for him to showcase his talent, his skills, and a great opportunity to sort of let Arteta know, really this is, whether he can handle it or not.
Lee, what does that team say to you? Does it say that he's taking it seriously, or does he say that it's the lesser of the competitions?
Well, I think what it tells me is he's going to back his squad. You know what I mean? Like we've all said that. Listen, there is a drop off in the central defenders, of course. You know what I mean, because they're world class. You know what I mean? But there's not much of a drop off. You know what I mean? Like the two fullbacks, when Ben White's up and running, you know what I mean? There's not much a drop off between him and Timber. Timber, by the way, has been outstanding. Calafiori and Miles Lewis-Skelly. It's a flick of the coin between them two, if I'll be honest. Midfield, Norgard, this is what he was brought for, to get these sort of games, to give players a rest and go on to it there. Wanyeri, we all rate him, don't we? So, and Marino is the Spanish international, and I'm delighted really that he's playing, because I've got him for the first goal scorer in forever Arsenal. So some people ain't got even their players playing.
Who did I have?
Jokeris. So there you go, you know what I mean? So
Do the substitution, when the sub comes
no,
in.
that's we made that. We didn't have that rule. We didn't have that rule. We didn't have that rule. Yeah, you might. Yeah.
I want him to score. I want him to score first, Harry Mananoose, because I know no one ain't got him. Because nobody apart from him would have known that he was starting this game. That is an absolute shock.
Crazy,
I don't really know nothing about him, and I'm excited to.
He's quite excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out who he is. I want to know more about him.
He looks like a big guy.
And this is the thing. This is why
tall.
we need I'm not no great for him. He's a young kid and all that. But this is where you need the Havertzes and your Maduiki's back fit, so that if they were fit today, they would play. Do you know what I mean? So
True.
So it's because of the injuries we've got.
Do you know what?
Players
Do you know what?
What
I love
quicker.
about these moments, right? And is for this guy to seize the moment, right? But what I love about these moments is that this can be the arrival of a player.
Of course, yeah.
Right? It's the same way Saka got his break.
Yeah.
It's the same way we've seen many a player over the years
Marcus Rashford.
get their break, right? Yeah, out of the blue, out of nowhere, where you know what I mean?
right.
It's like someone gets their break and maybe comes in tonight, maybe impresses and scores a goal. Everyone says, "Yeah, I want to see more of that guy."
Goalkeeper
You know what I mean?
played last year. You remember the goalkeeper had to play from school, wasn't he? I can't
It
remember
wasn't
his
Setford,
name.
was it? It was the younger
Yeah,
kids.
young goalkeeper played in one round.
15 or
Raya was
16,
injured, and
Yeah.
Neto was cup tied, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
So it's just great.
he'll be as nervous as.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
But listen, if Mikel wouldn't just put him in there.
no,
He must have been training.
have
He
something.
must have impressed.
100%.
And so let's see what he can do.
I want to ask you guys what we're going to see or what we think, but I'm waiting for this Brighton team. It's quite hard to judge until we see
told you
how
already,
Brighton will line up. Robbie says that it's going to be changed.
Lots of changes to the Brighton's team, right? No Matoma, no Minte, no Welbeck in the starting lineup, no Dunk.
So what are you expecting to see?
Balaba's starting. Huh?
What are you expecting to see in terms of the game?
Lots of changes from, well, we've made a lot of changes. They're going to make a lot of changes. But we're at home.
Do you reckon have a little pact about that? Do you reckon the managers talk to each other and go, "Look, I'm going to rest"?
You know what? I always wondered.
I've always
wondered that as well. If the managers have a little sort
meeting
of pact where it's like, you know,
we'll make a few if you make a few.
Yeah. Do you reckon that happens?
I don't know. I'd like to know.
I don't know. I always think when Arsenal play City, obviously Pep and Arteta have a very close relationship. They call each other up a week before.
Yeah, but they'll go strong. He probably tricks him in it. Probably, yeah, we're gonna turn actually Rodri there, Haaland, all that. Yeah, I mean, they've gone strong. True. I can imagine someone like Marino doing that.
He done that, didn't he? Do you remember in the FA Cup at Man City? We rested a load of players. And he went full pelting, Pep, didn't he?
I wonder if that does.
He ain't no mate, I tell you. Like,
I wonder if that does happen. That is so interesting. That, like,
I think so.
Well, yeah, you know the old stories of like Alex Ferguson used to invite managers in after a game for a glass of
red. Yeah, but that's what Frank was speaking about it the other day. They've definitely got relationships. They definitely talk there. Yeah, just saw this on Arsenal's Twitter. The youngest ever player to start for the Arsenal. 15 years and 302 days old.
Wow.
This guy's a special talent. I mean, obviously, we started seeing it. We started hearing about it kind of last season, but he wasn't old enough to play. Then in pre-season, this guy was probably the player of pre-season, the standout of pre-season.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
We see him in pre-season. And
against Newcastle.
Against Newcastle. And we was fortunate enough to be in the same hotel as the Newcastle players. We got speaking to Kieran Trippier, and he said, "There's no way he's 15 years of age." He couldn't believe it. He blew him away. He said, "I can't believe how good he was." He said, "Not only was he good, it was his strength."
Remember he was up against Joe Linton?
Yeah.
Won the penalty, didn't they?
Yeah, they couldn't believe it. They could not believe that he was 15. That's professional footballers. So that's how good he is.
Yeah. Just looking at the squad depth as well, like a player like Hincapié, who I think is it rising to about 45, 50 mil will pay for this guy. We've barely even seen him so far. He had a little cameo against Athletic Bilbao. Came on the other day against Palace. What are you expecting to see from Hincapié? Because he looks, if I'm just looking at the defenders Arteta signs and we brought into this club, every single one over the past 5 years has actually turned out to be a great signing. Yeah. Apart from maybe Pablo Mari, David Luiz was just a year before that. But after that, defensive incomings have been great. So I'm expecting him to be the same.
Look, we know Mosquera can do the job. He fills in for Saliba. It's Hincapié who's part of the Bayer Leverkusen Invincibles. So listen, he's got pedigree. Yeah. We know that. They call him Piero the Butcher Hincapié, I believe. And listen, he looks like a mean guy.
Yeah, he does.
And what we have seen of him very briefly in an Arsenal shirt, not that long, looks decent. But this is going to be a great test tonight. That literally completely changed back four. Is are we going to concede any shots on target? I mean, that original back four that we've got, which we play in the Premier League, has got some serious levels to their game, and the midfield in front.
Just got the Brighton team through.
Right, see if
Robbie was right. Steele in goal. Van Heck, Simas, Jorginho. I think that's Jorginho Ruter. Baleba. Quite strong.
Oh, it's quite strong so far.
Where? Ruter and Baleba, yeah. The rest are not.
Costellas, Boscagli, Kadioglu, Gomez, Decipher, and Coppola. So yeah, they've rotated.
And on the benches, Welbeck?
Dunk, Minte, Watson, Welbeck, Ayari, Weifer, Knight, and Simmons. They rested a few players. They rested a few.
Ain't going to be the last of this now, are we? I
hate the way they do it. Like,
some people, yeah. When I talk, you lot listen. Yeah? Listen to when I'm talking to you, because you were hoping that I was going to flop.
I've never said I was hoping you was going to. What was I going to hope that you was going to?
I told you, no Minter, no Welbeck, no Dunk. Right, all on the bench, and so they have rested a lot of players as well.
Yeah, they have. So perhaps they have had a packs.
But
Yeah, maybe they have.
they also do have a decent squad, Brighton. You know what I mean? So, that's...
But they ain't got Europe and all that. You think they'd go with their strongest side, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
This is what I mean. I was thinking that because listen, this is a cup competition that they can legitimately win. But listen, they're 13th in the table. They're not that far off the bottom. I think there's 4 points in it. And are they just looking to solidify and cement their Premier League status this year? I think that's a serious thing.
Yeah, I think sometimes as well, like if they would have been playing that game in Brighton, they might have gone stronger. I've noticed a lot of these teams, like if it's like away at the Emirates now, they're probably thinking, do we want to risk all our big guns because we're away? Likelihood is that we're going to be the underdogs for this game, so let's go. I don't know. I'm with you, Martin. To me, it's a competition that they could win. So you'd think they'd go with a very, very strong side. They know that Arsenal are going to rest players.
Yeah.
So it is a bit. I always find that a bit strange. You see in this competition, Championship teams resting players.
Yeah, I don't
League
understand
One
it.
teams resting players. You know what I mean? So
who's captain today?
I was literally about to. Do you know?
No.
Does anyone want to take a guess?
I'm going to say Ben
let me
White.
take a guess.
Not Ben White.
Not
So
Ben.
Norgard?
what's the team again?
Not Norgard. What's the team again?
Let's remind me of the team.
Kepa, Ben White, Hincapié, Mosquera, Lewis Skelly, Marino, Norgard, Nwaneri,
Oh, Marino. It'd be Marino,
Eze,
wouldn't it?
Dauman, Harriman, and Noose.
Spanish.
Yeah, it'd be Marino, wouldn't it?
Harriman Anus, captain.
It
Part
is
of the leadership group.
I'm sure it's a Marino. It's got to
Mikel
be.
Marino.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Lee, you a big Marino fan?
He loves Marino.
Do you know what? I'm going to say, after meeting him in...
It's Steve.
He turned
Every
out
time
to
he
be-
meets someone.
I know, and he turned out to be a really nice guy, and I sort of warmed to him from then. But I warmed from him from last season when he was up front. I'm not 100% sure what his best position is. I felt he'd done very, very well for us last season in that forward role, false nine, if you like, and I think he got a lot of confidence from that. But I don't really know what his best position is. That's the only thing I'll say to him. But he has won me over. Yes,
Yeah.
He's won most fans over, man. And this guy's a quality player, and you see what he's been doing for Spain.
Yeah.
And a guy said to me the other day, "Yeah, but that's Spain. He's done it for. But what about us?" I was like, "Well, last year he did it for us. You know what I mean? The guy came in January. When he went up front, we was all thinking, "Oh my God." You know what I mean? And he scored goals.
No,
and
he
he
done
scored
well.
some,
He done
scored
well.
some important goals as well, and some very good goals.
Newcastle
came on.
Yeah.
Equalised back to 1-1. That's an
I
important
remember
moment
last
in the
season. Remember Leicester? He came on, scored a great goal in that game. And
Real Madrid.
You know what I mean? Scored some big goals,
Do
man.
you know what? Dare I say it, right? I genuinely think that Newcastle game was a pivotal point in our season. That result there really changed I think, watching Arsenal, changed our season. Since then, we've gone on an amazing run.
Yeah.
And that's where, and here we are now. So
Completely
I
agree.
think Mikel Marino, for some reason, is hugely sort of underrated. And maybe that's because he's been played in so many positions. And like we say, what is his best? But listen, he's the
What do you
first
think his
time-
best position is?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think that he is best served as a 10, like a 10.
It's hard to-
He's-
Yeah, no one's
but a 10,
100% sure.
right?
Yeah.
In a game like today, as an 8, a box to box. Number 8, where he's getting up and down the pitch, he's getting tackles in, he's aerial threat. But in a game when you're playing better opposition, I think he's better in a stronger midfield as a 10, keeping the ball and the press higher in their third.
I think his best position is up front. I think as a false
Yeah,
nine.
I don't think it's a 10.
I don't think when you play box to box, I don't think he's necessarily got the legs. I think
not?
you lack energy in midfield when Marino's
Where's he
in
actually
there.
play for Spain?
He plays
10.
as essentially a false nine.
Yeah.
Him and
that's-
Oyarzabal
I think that's his best position, and that's sort of like a false 9, arriving in the box late sometimes, getting on the end of things. He's a player that, like last season, I noticed with him, like a lot of times he weren't picked up, and he just he's got a great finish on him. He's his finishing is very good.
Yeah.
It's good in the air as well.
We were saying,
False 9, definitely.
yeah, we were saying in the summer that was his best position. He kept laughing, didn't he? Like,
Yeah.
So,
Because I don't know.
I
Sometimes in
think it's
midfield, I think he holds on to it a bit too long. Holds on to it a bit too long. I want to see him sometimes when he's playing in midfield, a bit more forward passes. Tends to sort of turn back on himself a bit too much. Once he's in those areas, like in the box,
and he can finish.
He can finish. He's a dangerous player in the box, and so fancy him to score tonight.
Yeah, so do I.
You going Marino first goal scorer now?
Yeah,
I am. I'm fancying. What's it? Hamanous.
Harryman Anous.
Who do you want to score first?
Harry Mananous. I want him to score first. I want Harry Mananous to have an unbelievable game so that we're all talking about him afterwards. I just love those stories when somebody just emerges. This is a chance of a lifetime for that kid.
17 years old.
This is a chance of a lifetime.
He wasn't on the tour or anything like that, was he?
No.
He's been in and around the training ground. He's been
on
the tour.
I don't think so. He might have been, but I don't remember him.
I don't.
I've heard the name.
I've seen him.
I think so. I don't remember him being on the tour.
I don't remember him being on the tour.
So he's really made his mark in the last couple of months.
Yeah, must have. A couple of super chats. Adam C says, looking slim, Don Robbie.
Oh, thanks. This is the classic.
What size is it?
Huh? This was I don't know.
Large? No, you're in a large?
No, it's not a large. I've had this for years. When it first came out, what year would this have been? What year was this?
It's 2006, isn't it? Is that the last when we had the Burgundy kit, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was 2006. Yeah. That was from that year.
Good nick, innit?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really probably not been out wearing it.
That is why. Why he wore it a few times.
Didn't fit.
Olympus Infinity
You're horrible,
says.
guy. Yeah, I mean, that's this guy, man.
Yeah.
He's not a nice guy, I'm telling you.
It's a compliment.
No, it's not. He ain't said it as that. You don't know him, right? He don't said it as compliment. It's not a compliment what he meant.
It's just been in the cupboard, hasn't it? Like, one day, every time we open his cupboard, one day I'll lose some weight. One day.
I told you. It wasn't a compliment. Hey, you know what? Before you move on, Christian, right? I'm here laughing, but I've got to say to all the people in Jamaica, it's been absolutely heartbreaking to see what's been going on there with the natural disaster, the hurricane. There's a hotel that I stayed in that hotel on Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth when I was over there in September. I was doing a documentary. The people in the hotel, great people. The hotel, beautiful hotel, right by the sea. It's been completely destroyed. It looks like a bomb has gone off in it. It's completely flattened. I feel it so much for those people. With hurricanes, I remember in the past, my parents was in Jamaica when a hurricane was on. It's a terrible experience, right? A lot of times when the hurricane finishes, it's worse for the people there. A lot of people, we'll be back in England and we'll see, it looks calm there now, everything's all right. It's not. There'll be like no electricity, there'll be no water, there'll be no food because, it's
all gone.
They can't, get transportation to the shops to get foods into the shop and stuff like that. So it really is a horrible time. So, hearts and thoughts are going out to the people in Jamaica. We're looking at what we can do, either here on AFTV or on DR Sports, to see what we can do to maybe do some fundraising for that. So watch this space for that. But I know that, from being in Jamaica, my parents are Jamaican, I'm Jamaican heritage. I know that there are so many Arsenal fans in Jamaica. Like, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, they're the three big teams that are supported over there in Jamaica. So, let's hope we can get a win for those fans tonight. I mean, it's a real sad time because that hurricane, no country seen the likes of that. It was absolutely horrendous. So hearts and thoughts to all the people in Jamaica. And I know Jamaicans, man, they're tough people, man. They'll come through this, but it's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be an easy road. Well, funny thing, I was supposed to be out there in the next 2 weeks because Jamaica have actually got 2 qualification games in the World Cup, one against Trinidad and the other one against Curacao. And if they win those 2 games, they will make the World Cup. So I think those games will still go ahead because in Kingston, where the final game is going to be played, it hasn't been, it's damaged bad, but it's not as bad as like down on some of the other, places like Montego Bay have been hit really hard. So those games take on extra significance now. But, Yeah, we were supposed to be going over there. We were supposed to be doing a watch party over there for the Sunderland game. We were supposed to have been there as well for that Jamaica game, and obviously that's all been thrown up in the air now because of what's gone on. More than likely not going to happen. But yeah, listen, for the people out there, it's a tough time, but our hearts and thoughts are with you here on AFTV. And yeah, let's get the win for all those Jamaican Gooners out there, because as I said, there's a lot of them. Loads and loads and loads, so big up.
Yeah, nicely said, Rob. I see loads of love in the chat for Jamaica, so yeah, thoughts and prayers out to them. Well, it feels weird to go to Super Chats after that, but Olympus Infinity says, where would this team come in the league?
The Arsenal team.
Oh, this team tonight? Oh, that's an interesting one.
That's a good question. I think it definitely off the top of my head, it would get in the top 4, 100%. I don't
with
see
Harry Manus up front.
Yeah, why not?
Max Dowman.
Max Dowman. We've seen what this guy can do. Yeah, I do not doubt. I'd have him starting in the Premier League.
What's that?
Or coming on for Saka at times. I don't see why on Saturday when Saka was having a bit of a stinker, I don't see why. I'd like to see Dowman come on for him. Dowman's he can do it. He's a dangerous player. He's up for taking on his fullback every single time, and I love that. He just plays. I remember how they said it about how Wayne Rooney used to play. That just sort of that attitude, just go and play football. Picks the ball up and just goes for it. I love seeing that. That is just true football ability, and he's got it.
Where would it finish? That's a good question. I mean,
I don't think it gets top 4.
It's not getting top 4.
I reckon
What with that defence?
between 8th and 12th.
This team now,
the team that's starting tonight.
mid-table. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, it wouldn't even get mid-table.
I said between 8th and 12th.
Nah, be lower than that because it ain't got a punt enough attack.
Yeah,
You've got
he's
to
on the left.
What,
17-year-old kid up front.
So I'm saying mid-table.
Right.
See what he can do.
17-year-old and a 15-year-old up
that's
front.
true.
Yeah.
And who's on the left, Eze?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And the thing is as well, as great as Max Dowman we think is a top prospect, but I don't think, he's still not ready for week in, week out.
Nah.
In my opinion. I think they're handling him right, you know what I mean? Which is, they're using him. Do you remember when we spoke to his dad? And his dad said they're gonna dip him in and out this season.
Yeah, I just saw
right.
that.
And I think that's the right approach. You know what I mean? Because I don't think, he's still only 15, so this is the right approach with him. Like,
he has to do 3 days at school. You know what I mean? So realistically, when you think, well, that sounds silly. So he's a part-time player, really. He's not even like full-time at this moment in time. He has to do 3 days doing that, and the things that he was telling us was incredible. Because the one thing that I fear for him, which he has got, is the strength. Where do you get? He's got all this talent, but apparently his mum was an athlete, weren't she?
His mum, and his dad plays. His dad played as well,
semi-pro, So maybe that's where it's come from. But he's got the strength to, as well as the talent. So listen, as you said, he went toe to toe with Joe Linton and bossed him, and he's one of the most powerful players in the Premier League. So it'd be interesting, to see.
So would I be right in thinking then that, from what I take you guys are saying, that then this squad depth that we've got is not as good as everyone's making out to be?
No, but that's excellent. It's excellent squad depth, and remember, Marty, there are players missing. So Madueke's not, you know what I mean? I think if Havertz everybody's fit, you got Madueke, you got Havertz, you got Martin Odegaard, you know what I mean? The squad depth is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But some of those players are injured at the moment. So, but it doesn't mean that the players that come in would be good enough to make the top 4. I don't think so, because, look at some of those teams that are probably going to end up finishing top 4.
Okay.
If they were going up against their first 11, those are some very good first 11s, you know what I mean? So, but and remember, you're never going to have, it's never going to be replacing the whole 11 with another 11, is it? It's going to be certain players from that squad that come in. So if Christian Norgard comes in for Zubimendi, we know that Norgard is a different type of defensive midfielder, but we know he can do a great job. And we know his experience, and we know he's a captain of Brentford, and so it gives us a lot of confidence that when you've got a couple of players filling in, that's what shows the squad depth. But if it was this team that had to play from now till the end of the season,
relegation.
I don't think it'd get it wouldn't get relegated.
It would.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't get
so I
relegated.
think
Because
I
of
think
what,
that
wouldn't.
what with a
defense is still too
17-year-old
strong.
kid, 17-year-old kid and a 15-year-old kid up
That
front.
was Wanieri 17 as well.
Yeah, but
And we played with him last
No,
year.
but you look at teams like Burnley.
We had Lewis
you look at
Skelly.
teams
Yeah,
like
so-
Remember last year we had Lewis Skelly, we had Wanieri. They
Leeds
were
struggling
17.
to score goals.
right, so Lewis Skelly. So it's
they'd have a
it's
tough
fair
time.
to
I don't
say
think
that
they'd
the
get
Lewis
relegated.
Skelly and Calafiori people have said there's whiskers in it, right? Okay, then you've got Mosquera who's filled in for Saliba with consummate ease. Hincapié is slightly uncharted territory at this second.
he's an experienced
right?
player.
Very experienced player. There you go. Ben White. We know what Ben White can do because he's done it for years for us.
Kepa
right?
was.
So there's only
Kepa was
one.
excellent at Bournemouth last year.
So it's in that back four.
Norgard's-
Their back
Yeah,
four is
it's
definitely the
up front,
strongest,
though.
Right.
strongest part of the team.
Then in the
Yeah.
midfield, we know what
But
Marino
it's
can
not
do. We
gonna
know what
get
Norgard
relegated,
can
is it?
do.
Well, where's he going to score goals?
Huh? Aiton scored goal. He scored on
Yeah.
the weekend, didn't he?
So can
But
Dalman.
I'm not having it. I'm not having
I
it.
think between 8
He wouldn't get relegated.
I'll tell you what, if that
Definitely
team
wouldn't
was like had Havertz in it,
Oh, so wait a minute. We said, where's it going to get goals? Moreno.
Yeah.
Actually, when you
Marino.
Actually, when you look at the team, right? When you look at remember last year when we had all those injuries, right?
He's not playing up
Well,
front,
one-
though. He's playing.
hold
He's
on.
got 15-year-olds never played in the Premier League.
1 second, right? When we had all those injuries last year, right? We had a 70-year-old playing instead of Saka, right? In Wanieri, right? We had Marino up front, right? At the back, remember Gabriel was out, so we had to have Kivior in there,
Yep.
right? So I mean, I don't think it would get relegated. I think it would be a
This
mid-table
team
team.
getting relegated.
It's a strong team.
Be a
Listen,
mid-table
I'm
team,
telling you
Lee.
what. All I'm saying is, look at the teams like Leeds at this moment in time.
Beat Leeds.
Why are they struggling? It's because they can't score goals in the
No,
Premier
they can't
League.
defend either.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I think I think
That team would beat West Ham. They beat Wolves. That team.
Shrewsbury
We'll see
beat
tonight.
West
We'll see
Ham.
what
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
it'll
We
be a
will
good
find
West Ham
out
is another
tonight.
team struggling. They can't. Listen, we've got the defence. We're not arguing that. I just think that if Havertz is fit, Martinelli, I don't know about Martinelli, but definitely, or Madueke was in that team. That's a team that could challenge for Europe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
just quickly, I think that Dalman, Eze, Marino, and Norgard pretty much walk into most teams in the Premier League, bar a couple.
I think it's a bit early to say that Dalman does.
Hey, listen, he's a lot better than a lot
Very good
of
player, but
Premier League teams have got.
still
Let's be
15.
honest.
Well, we don't know
Youngest
that
player
though,
to
Mark.
ever-
You,
we-
you only seen what you've seen
We've seen
little clips of it.
We
like.
saw in
We're talking
pre-season.
about starting week in, week out, 15-year-old
I know.
going into the Premier League.
I know, but then that's like saying then you're not accounting for injuries. It's a very
No, you
expansive
just said that
question.
team. Where that team
Yeah, that
is
team. If that team could be fit all the time, whether he's 15 or not, the fitness that comes into it. If
wouldn't
he's
last.
good enough, he's good enough, right? But then you'll start talking about injuries and stuff like that. Do you
Although
see
we
what I'm saying?
say that, Lee. But look at that. I'm not saying he's as good as this player. Definitely not as good as this player. But Lamine Yamal, and he was only 16 when
Yeah.
he burst into that
but he's
Barca
got
team,
all
and he's
different
playing
players
week
around
in,
him.
week out.
Yep.
And
Got Lewandowski
he's
around him.
been brilliant.
Look, you might be right, but I think we'll see in 6 months
There you
or
go.
in a year. You know, it's a bit too early to, I think, be saying that he'll start.
Yeah, I'll
for-
tell you what, it's going to be tough for
Premier
Dalman
League
today. I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough for him because he hasn't
Smart
got
man.
He hasn't got Jokeres alongside him, or someone like that. He's got a half-fit Ben White, who's really in the team to get minutes today. I don't feel like. Listen, if he comes out in flying colours today, I'll be more than delighted.
I think he will. I'm going to go Max Dalman for my first goal scorer.
Well, I like that.
I think
I
what
think
we've
we'll
got
have a good
the benefit. I don't think Brighton have kept one clean sheet this season. They've been very inconsistent. I think they've scored 15 goals and conceded 14 this season. So this is a team that can be got at. They've rested a lot of players, as Robbie correctly predicted. So listen, it's going to be interesting. And what I want to see is, can this second string side or this squad depth do a job tonight? Are we going to be able to? What are we going to see with Harry Mananous, and what are we going to see with Dalman?
Goals.
You know,
I hope so. I'm excited. For this game.
Harry Mananous.
Yeah, say that when you've had a few drinks.
I'm very excited for this game. I just had a look at the Liverpool team, see what they did. They just changed their whole team as well.
Have they? Rock
Woodman in goal.
they
Gomez
needed
comes
to,
in.
mate.
Endo starting in defence. Kirkes, McAllister, Chiesa, Robertson, Enyoni, Ramsey, Morrison, and Engamoa. Obviously, Rio Engamoa.
That's risky against
Changed
Palace.
everything. Even their bench.
They're playing
Pesci,
Palace.
Gordon, Kone, Doherty, Pinnington, Figueroa, Nallo, Pillington, Lucky, and Laffy.
That's
Rested
what's
everyone.
Palace's team then?
Well, hold on, mate. So they've got
Have a
none of the
No one, not even on the bench.
10 changes.
No Salister, Gravenberch, Gakpo, none of these
Playing a
guys.
third choice goalkeeper as well.
Because Mamadou really
What
is their
about
backup
Palace?
keeper.
What have they gone then?
Let's have a look.
That's risky.
That is
Palace
risky.
the other
That is. That's another defeat.
Especially the Palace have gone strong. Munoz, Canvo, Lacroix, Gahey, Sosa, Kamada, Hughes, Sarr, Pino, and Nketiah.
Yeah, they messing
They
around,
rested
mate.
a couple. Tyrick Mitchell's on the
Mateta.
bench. Mateta is on the bench. Still a strong team.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's
really
Crystal.
good.
Congratulations, Crystal Palace. You're into the quarterfinals.
Having said that, though, let's not forget when Liverpool won the Carabao Cup with all those kids. Remember?
Mate,
Under
did pull it
Klopp.
off. Yeah,
Remember
did-
that?
did
That
pull it off.
final.
Yeah.
With all those kids that played. So
Yeah.
you never know.
You never
Yeah, but they
know.
are on a run at the minute of 4 defeats.
It's bad timing to start a team like that.
fine.
If they go out, the vibe around the club at the moment is going to go from bad to worse.
Who they got the
5
weekend? Who
defeats.
they got the weekend? They got
They've got Aston Villa.
Yeah. 5 defeats.
Yeah.
In a row, innit?
Aston Villa ain't
You
got a
can't
game this week. No,
They
have
beat
they?
Frankfurt in between that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've got to play City.
And they've
Yeah,
got
you might
City
know
away.
about team selections, but you don't know about games, do you?
Wow, I can't believe that's the Liverpool team. Someone said in the comments about the draw. I think the draw is straight after the
Yeah,
game.
straight
Yeah.
after the game.
So if we win, we'll stay live for the draw. If we lose, we'll probably end.
Cardiff, Cardiff.
Maybe
at
we'll stay
home.
live
Who do you
either
want?
way.
If we get through Cardiff at home,
I'll take that.
I like the
I
Welsh.
like Wrexham.
Smaller teams.
They're out, Wrexham.
Are they out? Did they go?
They lost to
Yeah, they lost to Cardiff
last night.
Yeah, I'll take Cardiff.
Oh, wow.
Cardiff at home. Cool. All right, we'll wrap it there. We're back for the watch along at past.
Man United.
These guys are going to head to the game. Yeah, give us United at home. Why not? Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Back in half an hour. See you soon.